Hello again, Engin.
Hi, Maya. Very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Welcome to Bilgi.
Thank you very much. I'm thrilled to be here. It's a perfect campus. It's one of the best campuses I've ever seen, actually.
Thank you so much for coming. We have a couple questions for you partly about your talk and then also the conference in general. Maybe we could start off with the conference one. What excites you most about teaching and learning in the post-method era?
We are now in Turkey entering an era that there is a paradigm shift and the norms are changing in the ELT field. This is partly because of the boom we are facing, the hazırlık boom or the IEP boom we are facing. So we are now there's an opportunity for almost all teachers to share information, share findings, do action research, and take part in more professional development activities.
Okay, and then kind of on to my more specific question about that. I'm wondering, how do we reconcile these new roles with how busy teachers are in our current programs? So how do we transition into teachers taking on these new roles of like researchers, innovators, organizers, etc.?
I think that's a brilliant point, and that takes me to my presentation. As I mentioned about the hazırlık boom, of course there are more students, there are more programs, and obviously there are more teaching hours for teachers, and beyond that, they have more responsibilities. And teachers, on top of that, have to do professional development to be able to develop in their fields of study, because at the end of the day, as teachers, we need to practice what we preach. You know, we tell our students to change, to develop, to learn, and as teachers, we have to change, develop, and learn. But how we do it in the present context is very difficult. So teachers, we can't do everything. We can't do action research. We can attend conferences. We can't take part in professional reading or other committee work. But we can prioritize what we want to do, what we can do, and we can blend it with the trends and issues that are in the TESOL field.
Okay, and do you have a sense that in Turkey right now there's a willingness to look for ways to make this happen in institutional leadership?
You see conferences like that all around Turkey, and there is it's like a wildfire. You know, there are great conferences, there are great events, and these are partly initiated by the leadership of the programs, and these are developed by the teachers in those programs. So I see a growth towards that area.
Great. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and have a wonderful talk.
Thank you very much. Thank you.